Well, tonight, Governor Walz is hitting pause on millions in Medicaid payments, ordering a third-party audit of 14 state programs flagged as high risk for fraud. It's the latest state response to mounting evidence of widespread Medicaid fraud in state programs, much of it exposed by Carol Evans' Recovery, Inc. investigations. AJ Legault joins us now to break down what's happening. AJ?
Yeah, Julie, the governor announced they're pumping the brakes and pausing payments to 14 Medicaid programs so that a third-party auditor can review them. All this in order to detect suspicious billing activity before payments are made.
The state's hitting the brakes, freezing payments for 14 Medicaid programs, while bills are fact-checked by an outside auditor.
You will need to prove to us that you provided legitimate services before we pay you.
DHS Inspector General James Clark, along with Temporary Commissioner Shireen Gandhi, holding a virtual press conference this afternoon to discuss the action.
We need to get ahead and keep ahead of the criminals.
Using new fraud prevention funding, DHS has hired the health services and data analytics company Optum, based in Eden Prairie, to analyze claims and flag questionable billing, from missing paperwork to hours and billing patterns that just don't add up.
Today's announcement also means that we are using technology now more than ever to identify potential patterns of fraud.
We cannot effectively deliver programs and services if they don't have the backing of the public's trust, said Governor Tim Walz, adding, in order to restore that trust, we are pumping the brakes on 14 programs that were created to help the most disadvantaged among us, yet have become the target of criminal activity. The move follows Carol Evans' Recovery, Inc. investigations, which exposed widespread Medicaid fraud allegations in recovery, housing, and mental health programs. And on Friday, the state will officially terminate the $100 million a year housing stabilization program CARE exposed as overrun with suspicious fly-by-night companies, forged records, and phantom services.
It was a difficult decision, but necessary to protect the integrity of Minnesota's Medicaid program.
Now, the state says it's extending scrutiny across the system to other programs identified as high risk for billing irregularities and fraud.
This moves our fraud detection efforts in an enhanced fashion upstream, so we're not paying and chasing.
Republicans said it's encouraging to see additional tools used to prevent fraud, but many sending out press releases this evening criticizing the governor as being slow to react to this fraud crisis. And you can find the full list of programs impacted and watch our prior reporting on KARE11.com.
Well, we know this is supposed to be up to $1 billion in fraudulent payments from the state and taxpayer dollars. Is 14 programs, I don't have an estimate of how many programs that is at DHS. Is that a lot? Do you anticipate there'll be more programs that are paused on payments?
That is certainly a fair number of the programs that, as they started looking into this, they found have suspicious indicators of fraud, and there's low barriers for entry as opposed to places that are licensed and have
They've been around for a while.
They've been around, or they have more oversight through their licensing programs. But we asked the commissioner today if she thought this was it, and she said there's a good chance it's not. They're going to be on the lookout for other indicators of fraud in other programs, and it's possible we could see more programs that are being audited like this.
Yeah, well, I know you've got more that you're going to be reporting on in the future. So.
We certainly do. Some of the programs that they're now auditing, we've been auditing for several months, and we are finding very suspicious indications of fraud. 7,000% increases in billing from year to year.
Wow, it's just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
All right, great reporting again. Thank you, AJ.